Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we have some pretty important, pretty big news about the Star Agent program, which is strange, but we'll get into it. But first, I want to just catch you up on what the Star Agent program is. So a few months back, maybe more than a few months back, maybe back in like March or April, we had the Star Agent program first debuted, and essentially what it is it's free promotion, or it's promotion for Marvel Future Fight, wherein either YouTubers or Twitch streamers, or I guess YouTube streamers, maybe possibly even Facebook streamers, make content using the kind of hashtag, or using this guise of being on the Star Agent program, and then they will get certain benefits for themselves, they'll get certain benefits for their fans, and it's basically a mutually beneficial relationship, because on the one hand, Netmarble is able to get a larger group of content creators to make content about Marvel Future Fight, whether it's stuff for new updates, whether it's stuff for existing content, guides, player help, etc., which allows the player base and the community of the game to grow larger. And I mean, some of the best games out there, are just full of high quality and also low quality content creators. Everything Fortnite, Clash Royale, even more recent games, ESO, stuff like that, even games that have been around for a long time like World of Warcraft, they all have this. And so trying to kickstart the Marvel Future Fight content creator community, they introduced the Star Agent program. Now, there's benefits for the Star Agents as well. They get 5,000 crystals per month. They get an additional, I believe, 3,000 crystals divided up into 10 packs of 300, and then they can give those out to their fans via codes. So pretty much everybody benefits. But there are some drawbacks to the Star Agent program. There are some people that think the Star Agent program is a way for Netmarble to try and censor, or sort of push everyone that creates content for Marvel Future Fight into a more narrow group of voices, less criticism, less honest sort of biting feedback. And I personally was not against the Star Agent program, but just not willing to participate in the Star Agent program until now. So for those of you that don't know, I basically just flat out refused to apply for the Star Agent program from the moment it was introduced. I personally helped some people get into the Star Agent program. I gave them advice. I want to see the content creators on YouTube and Twitch and whatever for Marvel Future Fight grow. I think that one of the most important things for this game, of course, is the community. If not the most important thing, is the community. And if there are people like me who can make the community grow and can foster the existing community, that's always good for the growth of the game, and for the longevity of the game, the history of the game, for it to get better over time and for it to stay relevant. So I have no problems at all with the Star Agents that have been chosen. I mean, some people have some issues here and there. There have been definitely criticisms of the Star Agent program in terms of only looking for specific types of content creators, whether it's the language that they're talking in or whatever. But I think that Netmarble has done a pretty solid job of trying to include everyone. They've done a pretty solid job of choosing content creators who are, for the most part, good to great in terms of the quality that they put out. There are a few questionable choices, but that's really not up to me to decide. I'm not running the Star Agent program, so I don't want to cause drama. I'm not trying to take shots. I'm just basically saying, I'm summarizing everything the community has said. But this, on the other hand, is a pretty big deal, and this has actually caused me to reconsider my lack of participation in the Star Agent program. It's that big. Experience the August update first. Yeah, so they are going to be giving not necessarily all of the Star Agents, but they're going to be selecting a group of Star Agents, of I guess existing or new Star Agents, to actually play the update ahead of time. Now this is a pretty big deal. Some other games do this. They have like a closed beta version of the game, and they allow certain people to access it in order to create content for it, in order to critique it, in order to give constructive feedback. And it appears to be what they're doing. We're going to help you create new content with fresh information about the latest update. We're going to provide you with an exclusive opportunity to review and experience the August update before anyone else. I mean, if there's one thing that my channel is missing, it's basically this. I pretty much have everything else covered, or I am in the process of covering it, but there's no way that I can cover any new content before it comes to the game. I have to experience, and we do enjoy experiencing and reacting to all of the sneak peeks, you know, together, and then speculating and trying to guess on what's going to happen from that. But this is basically the next step, which is to actually get a hold of it and be able to play it and be able to see, be able to emphasize the things that I like about the update, be able to point out the things that I don't like, point out the things that are broken, possibly catch some things before they even go live. Let's say there's a change like the Uru system where you realize, hey guys, this is all great, but we can't combine random Uru, so maybe there's also a huge benefit for Netmarble that we can actually catch some of these bugs, catch some of these problems. And this is really good because the fact that Netmarble wants to involve you know, certain members of the community in a sort of closed beta semi-testing scenario and opportunity means that they are taking every update even more seriously than before, because if they're willing to listen to the feedback before the update even goes live, that's a really big deal, that they're trying to really polish every update and they want to make every experience as good as it can be. So I'll be the first one to say it, and I'll say it very honestly. I've already applied to be a star agent based solely on this experience. Now, I am approaching this experience and I'm approaching this opportunity with optimism. I'm hoping that there's going to be, you know, a pretty loose set of requirements. Obviously, there's going to be some sort of NDA, or there's going to be some sort of agreement where we can't leak information about the updates. But if I have an opportunity to influence the game in a positive way, if I have an opportunity to bring you guys new content that I can otherwise not bring you, I have to take that opportunity. That's pretty much just what I'm here for. If I'm going to ignore this opportunity, then I'm not giving you enough. I'm missing something out that I could be giving to you. It's like a basketball player who goes out and doesn't give their coach, doesn't give their teammates 100%. They don't give the fans and the crowd 100%. You see James Harden slacking on defense. You see Kobe Bryant taking 40 shots on 50 points. It's this kind of stuff that you need to you know, really leave it all out on the floor. So I'm going to leave it all on the floor, and despite whatever might happen, despite any sort of negativity that may come of this or that may happen afterwards, I'm ready for it. I don't really care. I just want to bring the absolute best content to you guys. Obviously, there are potential flaws, there are potential negative things that could come of people having access to an update beforehand. The ugliest one, of course, being people leaking information. I don't really want to talk about it too much because I think it's really stupid, and there is obviously the huge possibility that a few dumb people would actually leak information and ruin it for everyone. So I just want to send that out kind of as like a warning, kind of as like a threat. If you have any intention of doing that, just don't even bother. Just drop out of the selection. You can still be a star agent without being in this program, so it's not necessarily something that all star agents have to participate in. You're going to be sent an APK, which is basically just like an app that would have a version of the game that is more updated, that is more up to date than the one that we currently have. For APKs, I assume you're probably going to need an emulator, but I don't know if you can actually access that on your phone. You might be able to, but it's maybe a little bit more tricky. I know quite easily how to do it with like Nox, but otherwise I don't know. I'll have to look into it later on. But the plan appears to be at least 1 week in advance, which is pretty cool because you're planned to, they're going to choose by the end of the month, and then there's going to be an update video that you're required to post by the 5th of August. So looking at the clock and looking at the 5th of August is the Monday. It's possible that it's not a week in advance. It's possible that it's 1 day in advance and that the next update is going to be on the 6th of August, but it could also be that the next update is going to be 1 week after that, which would make it the 13th of August on the Tuesday or the 12th of August on the Monday, depending on whether they want to put the updates on a Monday or Tuesday now. So yeah, we not only get to possibly, if I can get in, experience updates ahead of time and get some additional feedback and input into upcoming updates, but we also get to have a glimpse at the next update, and it seems to be possibly less than 3 weeks away, 2 weeks and 4 days away, or 2 weeks and 5 days at the earliest, which is pretty nice. So it's like 19 days away, not bad at all. And then yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with whether or not I get in. Hopefully I do. And if I don't, then we're just going to have to observe and see what other people are able to put out and basically react to what other people are putting out. And so I will also leave that as an option. For those of you that are in the Star Agent program, or for those of you that make content and aren't in the Star Agent program, you can still react to what other content creators do. And you can take something like Marvel Contest of Champions as a pretty good example, because they've had, you know, for better or for worse, they've had a pretty successful content creator program there, which is very similar to what we have now. It's very similar to the Star Agent program, and they basically get access to champions. They get to play them for a few days before they're actually released, so that they can make some content on them. They can talk about their, you know, the build and the strategy and how you play the character and their power level and what they're good at, what they're bad at, you know, some maybe favorable matchups for them in certain content like Realm of Legends or whatever, the Labyrinth. And so you can, even if you're not a content creator in the program, even if you're not getting that access, you can take their content, not necessarily copy and paste it, but you can watch their video, and then you can say, hey, I watched this guy's video. He was showing off this new character in Marvel Future Fight, Silver Surfer, really cool. You know, I saw some of these clips of some of these skills and some of these abilities, and you can basically give your take and give your reaction and your analysis on it, even though you're not being given advanced access like they are. And so that's basically something that we've already done in a way with the Facebook live streams, for example, where we see Alfonso or we see the other members of the community playing through content that we don't have yet, and then we can make reactions and we can make our own assumptions or conclusions based on what we see. This character looks really good, that uniform looks pretty bad, this content, this piece of this game mode looks interesting, maybe the rewards, blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. So I think that this is a really good sign. I don't think that originally Netmarble intended to make the Star Agent program this impactful in terms of allowing us to have access to updates ahead of time. I personally, if you were to ask me, I would have never thought that Netmarble would give us advanced access to updates. I don't think it's very common, to be honest, with Korean developers and Korean developed games, but I think it's fantastic. I think it embraces the community more than ever before, and I think it shows a lot of hope and optimism for the future of the game, even though there aren't going to be very many MCU movies for a while. So I'm personally excited. I really hope that I can get in and that I can make, you know, additional spicy content for you guys. And even if I can't make content, I can at least, you know, get ready for the content that I can make and maybe, you know, drop some spoilerless reactions. You know, the update's going to be like insert reaction. So let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know what you think of my decision to apply for it. Maybe we'll be doing some giveaways on the channel later. I don't know what to expect. Subscribe if you enjoy the content though and you want to support me. As soon as there's a San Diego Comic-Con announcement about Marvel Future Fight, I will be covering it in some way, shape, or form. I was trying to wait to bundle in with this video, but I actually couldn't because, I don't know, everything's being delayed. Subscribe if you enjoy the content and you want to support me. I think I said that already. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.